thought that you knew this. Can't stand no haters and honest, the truth is that my flow retarded, HB did departed.
What's up, folks with nothing better to do? This is your boy Blockzilla, and I'm sitting here with the lovely Iggy Azalea, and we're about to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. What's going on, baby?
Doing stuff.
That's what's up. Doing big stuff. You were like one of Seth Meyers' first performances on this show. What was it like to rock that with Charlie?
It was a lot of fun, actually. It was different because I did David Letterman, and it's kind of like a live band vibe, and this was the first TV show that really let us have props and have a set. So that was different, and I love a big set, so I had a good time. Plus Seth is so fun to me.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Last time we talked, you were just coming into the game. Now you're like one of, if not one of the biggest acts in the business. I was looking at your video, and it's at like 15 million views. That's huge. What has this journey been like for you?
It's been up and down. There's been really good days and really bad days.
Why do you have bad days?
Because sometimes you might have a bad thing written about you in the press that can like snowball and just turn into just making your existence miserable, or you might have a relationship that goes bad and everybody wants to speculate on it, and that can make it bad. You might have a business deal that goes bad, you might have a label that doesn't support you, you might have a deal that drops, you might have a single that fails. There are so many things that can go wrong.
So many things that went wrong. That went wrong. But do you feel like, look, I've been through all this shit and I made it? Or I'm about to make it?
I don't really think of it like as making it, because I know that there'll be other shit too in the future. That's life. Like there's good things. I don't think like just right now is the time I'm starting to enjoy myself. I've enjoyed myself along the ride. I've enjoyed myself from the time I lost 70 to now. But yeah, I just think of it like that. Some days are good and some days are bad. And that's life.
Yeah. Did you put some of that frustration into Impossible or Nothing? Because you have a positive message on that song. But like, is that where that concept came from?
Yeah, definitely. And I have another song on my album called Don't Need You, which is kind of about that too, where I'm sort of like, fuck you guys, because you didn't want to give me a deal, and now you're on my nutsack, and I don't need you. So I kind of explore that thread of thought a lot of my album. But yeah, Impossible is Nothing is just kind of, I guess, something I needed to write for myself, because some days you just feel that, I mean, yeah, there's been days where I've felt like giving up, and I just wish somebody would say that to me, or I wish somebody would say to me coming in the game, like, look, this is what it's going to be, so prepare yourself.
When you're frustrated, who do you call? Who do you talk to when you're frustrated?
I call Tip. That's what I call, when I'm frustrated about business or my career, I call Tip, because he's been through it all too, you know, he's been through a lot. And so that's always the person that I'll call, because my stuff is like a raindrop compared to his like experience. So I'll be like, this is happening, what should I do? And he'll always be like, look, that's gonna go on for another month or two, so what you gotta do is just, and I'll feel better after that cycle. Do
you think, I know you were talking about your album, I've been watching you and listening to you talk about your album, you're like, it can go anyway, but do you think it's a classic? Do you think it's a new classic?
When I look at like artists that I love or that I've seen their career, I always almost think the opposite. Like I always think the first album is never really the thing that breaks them open. It's always like the second or third album. So for me, I almost don't even have the mindset of like, I'll put this out and this will be like the thing that will launch me. I kind of think like, especially talking to Tip, because that's what happened to him. He put his first album out, it was supposed to be something, ended up not being, and then he came back and that was what was like for him. So I feel like, I don't know, it could go either way, but if it doesn't, it's not that thing that is like critically acclaimed or everybody likes it or now everybody knows me because of this album. It won't make me not want to do it again, because usually it is the second or third goal, and you got to kind of try to figure that out. And making an album is really a different experience to doing a mixtape. So I think it's something that perhaps people have to have a few attempts at before they figure out how to make that dynamic and cohesive and flow and tell a story. When I listen to Tip, he's doing his album right now, he's upstairs, so I keep thinking of him. he'll explain it, like the first half of the album is where I'm doing this, and then it like moves into this, and sometimes I think to myself, well, I'm really in the baby stages of understanding how to make that work. So I don't know, maybe I succeeded in it the first time. That's what people decide, or maybe it'll take me 1 or 2 more tries, but I'll keep trying.
Let me ask you a question. Do you still believe in love?
Yeah, I do, of course I do.
You have a song called Fuck Love.
I know, but it's not as bad as you think.
Tell me about it.
Fuck Love is basically, it's kind of like a feel-good like club song. It feels a bit like, you know the like Pharrell clip song, All the Girls, NRD, like saying,
Why is there always a line for the girls' bathroom all the time?
I don't know.
I'll be walking past the, you know when the bathrooms are next to each other, I walk about like.
Because there's so much adjusting.
It is.
So there's like Spanx and stuff you have to deal with, like there's fake boobs to like readjust. Like you guys don't have fake body parts, so that's why it's less time for you in the bathroom. Like once you go to the toilet, there's things that have to like get put back. It takes time. But yeah, no, it's kind of like it moves quick and it's funny to me. It's like it's a record that when I listen to it, it's not like fuck love. It's kind of me sort of having fun and being like, it says like I'm already in love with myself. Like,
cool.
Fuck love. It's funny.
Because you're taking it slow this time around with your relationship. I was watching another interview. It was like they mentioned the L word, and you just was like, no, I'm chilling right now. Went wrong one time. So is it something that you're looking forward to, or you'll keep on the wraps? Like how are you preparing for love if it comes your way this time?
If it comes this way, I wouldn't tell you. I could be in love right now.
She could be lying to all of us. And
what do I think about it this time around? I think that I'm more realistic about things that could go wrong and understanding how kind of extreme my circumstances are, and one day everything can be great, like I said, and the next day everything can be not. So it's not that I don't believe in love. I believe in love, or even saying I'm chilling. It's not that I don't believe in it, or that I'm not in love, or I'm not happy, or I'm not those things. It's just that I kind of have the mind frame of just feeling like, you know what, I'm not going to get so enamored with like the thought of forever, because nothing is forever. So for whatever it is, if I have one day with somebody and I wake up the next day and we hate each other, or if I spent years with the person, I'm just kind of enjoying it for whatever it is, and whenever it goes or how long it stays, like I don't know. But I think before I had more assurance in like the thought of like forever, or this will last forever. Now I'm like, I don't know about forever. Maybe forever exists, or maybe it doesn't. But if it doesn't, that's cool. I'm just kind of like in the moment-y.
You went on tour with Beyonce, and you said you got to speak with her. How did that go about? Was it scheduled? Did you bump into her in the hallway? Because I mean, you were there.
Sometimes I bump into her in the hallway, but the first time I met her, I didn't. They called me in, and I had just performed my show, so I was like sweaty and a mess. Looked like crap, and they came in and were like, oh hi, well Beyonce wants to meet you now. So, now. And I was like, shit, I don't want to smash Beyonce, but I'd still like to look nice for her. But I didn't. I looked like crap. So I got to go into her nice dressing room and maybe wait outside while she finished like being bad.
So she got the chance to look amazing, and you just were like...
She looked amazing. I looked like crap, but it's fine. I think she's already married. I don't think she wants to do me anyway, so it's fine. But so I went in, I met her, and she spoke to me, and we had a conversation, and it was really nice. And then after that, I would bump into her in the hallway sometimes. We'd be coming back and forth, and she'd say, oh, hey. I think our dressing rooms were so far away, but as I got friends with different, like the backup dancers or different people on tour, and I'd find myself in other rooms or other areas of backstage that then we would start crossing paths.
What are your feelings on paparazzi?
The paparazzi?
The paparazzi, yeah, because you have them now.
I do have them now. But the craziest paparazzi thing I've ever had happen was when they got a picture of my nipples, and I was in a jacket like this, and it had like leant forward, and it was like, your nipple! But that actually happened, and they do this all the time, which is what I'm getting to, which is really, I always feel like I'm violated by them when they do this. When you get in your car, I feel like if I get in my car and close my doors, that's it for you. But when the car's like moving and trying to pull out from a parking space, they will open your car door to see if it's locked, and if it's not locked, they'll open the front door, they'll open the driver's door, and it's dangerous. And if it's open, they'll open the door and stick a camera in, and they'll start taking pictures of you while the car's trying to like pull off, and you're trying to pull your door shut and stuff like that. So that's one experience.
You need to hire a goon to just lump these paparazzis up.
But sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're all right, and I feel like it's fair game. If you know I'm coming somewhere, then it's fair game. If I look like crap, fair game. If I look, we take the pictures, it's fine. But I think if someone gets in their vehicle and they're pulling off, you shouldn't open their car door and start taking pictures of them. That's like a violation to me. Hey guys, I'm Iggy Azalea, and right now you are tuned in to Global Grind TV.
And he was like, all right, good talk. And I walked out, and I didn't know what they're talking
But he's
about.
walking into the studio that he owns every morning. Like, we go.
March 25th it drops, California Sweetheart.
March 25th, California Sweetheart, and we can get the first exclusive on Global Grind.